ended up calling her, and she was like, Tiffany, I don't know what you did with that product, but you need to go far with it. My hair has never been like this before. And I was just like, huh? Because I was kind of scared. Guys, so I wanted to make a video just talking about my store, my products, the results, just everything. Before I get into the video, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Also, I said on my last video that I was thinking about starting a new channel, and I decided to go ahead and do that. My new channel name is called T.A. Tiffany. I'm going to put the link down below. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to me. Subscribe to my channel. It's so lonely over there. But subscribe to my channel, and over there I'll just be posting things that I don't feel comfortable posting here. You know, that's basically where I'm going to be, you know, talking about things that I want to talk about. I love cooking, so I'll be doing cooking tutorials. I will be sharing a lot of my poetry, just different things that I like doing, you know, my boring thoughts. Go ahead and click the link down below and hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the bell. That way you will be notified every time I post a new upload. Okay, so back to the video. For my hair grease, recently I received some more jars for my products, but I noticed the new 8-ounce jars are shaped a little different from the regular ones that I use. So this is the regular one. And then I got this one. This one is shorter and fatter. And this is the one that they sent me. I do not like it at all. It's so skinny right here. I have to make my labels smaller just to fit it. But in comparison, this is the difference. Like, it's much shorter than this one. And at first I was upset because I'm like, okay, these are two different sizes. But when I looked at it again, I realized that it's not. As I started comparing the two, I noticed this one is much deeper and wider. So if you look at the size of the circles, it's a big difference. Like, I can clearly see a big difference looking at them. So if you ordered an 8-ounce jar and you get this, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna bedazzle your top, you know, have it all cute and stuff. So I already reordered the original ones, but I have to wait on them to come in the mail. And I don't like keeping y'all waiting with y'all products, so I'm gonna go ahead and ship those out. But they are the same size. It still contains the same amount of product. So I just wanna say, these two have been selling like crazy. And I hope and pray that you guys get the same results as everyone else. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you would know that I have a client slash friend who has been using these products faithfully, and her hair is just like, I'm still in shock. I've done her hair in maybe like, well, it was two at the time, two protective styles at the time when I measured it. And I would always say, like, oh my gosh, your hair is getting thicker. You know, I noticed some changes in her hair, but it wasn't drastic or anything like that. But the second time that I did her hair, you know, I was just looking at it and I'm like, wow, your hair is really long. Like, it's really growing. And I just happened to take a picture of it. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and document this. So one night, I could not sleep, and you know, I was just up late at night watching YouTube, and then I ended up going through my photo album, just looking at old pictures and stuff. So that's when I stumbled across her photos that I took back in the beginning of June. And I took these photos right before giving her the product to use. And I was absolutely speechless. Like, I could not believe it. It almost brought tears to my eyes, because when I did the comparisons then June, and then that was the beginning of August when I took the most recent picture. I was just like, this is crazy, like no way. So I was super happy. I had like the same reaction that I had with my own hair. Like, look, when you see yourself every day, or when you see that person every day, your child or whoever you're using the product for, a lot of times you don't see the growth, you don't see the process. And this is why I always recommend to take pictures before using. Always take pictures. And I know a lot of times you don't really like taking pictures of yourself when you're at your worst state. Even when you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, you don't want to take pictures of yourself in the beginning, because you don't want to see where you are. But I'm telling you, in the end, when you finally reach your goal, it's like, whoa, you look back on those photos and you become proud of them. The whole time my hair was growing out, I knew it was getting thicker, but I just figured, okay, my new growth is growing in. Maybe this is my natural hair that's making it feel full or whatever. But I didn't necessarily see the growth. It wasn't until I looked back on the older pictures a few months prior, and I was like, whoa, this is a big difference. I didn't even realize just how much it was growing, just how much thicker it had gotten, until looking back on those old photos. And also with my baby girl, a lot of people have been ordering the products for their kids. I want to recommend those of you who are using products for your babies, for your toddlers, for your kids, even for your grown self. It is so important to keep your hair in protective styles, even for the babies. One thing that I did with Journey was I kept her hair in protective styles. When she had just almost nothing, the first sign of hair that she had, I started to grip it. I started to grip it, add ponytails, grip it and add little braids to it. And I noticed that every time I took down her protective styles and redid it, it became easier and easier to grip, which let me know it was growing. And I know a lot of people have babies and stuff with that bald spot in the back or on the sides, and they don't really like messing with it. It's important that you try to manipulate that. If you can catch it, do it, because when you manipulate it, it starts to grow faster. It starts to come in fuller. And I didn't just do styles that I had to do her hair every other day. I did protective styles, stuff that would last maybe 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, styles that would last a month. And every time I uninstalled and reinstalled, I noticed it was longer and fuller. I also have a few other testimonies I've been wanting to talk about other than my hair, my clients, and my daughters. This is from a few years ago. Y'all know that I said that I've been using these products for a long time. Even though it's new to y'all, it's not new to me. I remember back in like 2015 maybe, I sent some of my hair grease to a few people. I wanted to test it out and see how it worked on them before bringing it to y'all. And I didn't really hear back from anybody, so I was like, oh man, you know, I was kind of worried, because you know how I always mention how sometimes we'll get products and we'll use it once or twice or for a good week, and then I don't see no results and just stop using it. I figured that's what happened, so I was like, okay. And I'll never forget, like I'm gonna say about 2 months later, like my aunt, she was one of the people that I sent my product to. And all I know is my mom called me and she was like, hey Tiffany, you know, your aunt's trying to reach out to you. And she was like, well, she said she tried reaching you, but something's going on with your line, so you call her. So I ended up calling her, and she was like, Tiffany, I don't know what you did with that product, but you need to go far with it. My hair has never been like this before. And I was just like, huh? Because I was kind of scared. She said she liked how it made her hair look and how it made her hair feel, but she didn't really notice a change like that. until people started asking her everywhere she went, like, what are you using on your hair? What have you been using? She said, my hair is the thickest it has ever been. Another thing about my aunt is she is a cancer survivor, and at the time, you know, a lot of her hair had came out due to her, I believe it's the chemo treatment, I'm not sure, but you know, that's what she was battling with. And for her to call me with that testimony, it just made my heart just like. But around that time, I was having issues with YouTube, and I just kind of like had it in the back of my mind, but never did anything with it until now. The oil was the first thing that I made, minus the roses, which I'm so thankful for the roses and the lavender, because they are very good for your hair as well. This one right here, I had a client back in like 2011 or 12 maybe. When she first came to me, like, she was maybe like 59, somewhere up in there, like in her late 50s. And I remember when she came to me, she had this big bald spot in the center of her natural hair. And I used to do this same style on her every time she came. I used to do her braid pattern with the, you know, just the beehive. And I never forget, when I first started, I had to use weave to finish her swirl because she had nothing there. I told her about this oil I had made. So every time she came to get her hair done, I would wash her hair, condition it, and then I would oil her scalp, and then just sit there for like 10 minutes just massaging it in. And I also made her some in a small bottle to take home with her, and I told her to use it every night before she went to bed. Within that 3rd month, I'll never forget, as I was braiding her hair, I was getting around to the center, and I noticed I didn't need weave. Like, her hair had filled completely in the center. And I took pictures of her process. I took it from when she was bald on up until it filled in. That laptop broke and I don't think I ever have access. I still have the broke laptop, and that's how much I don't want to let go of the hope of recovering those photos. If I can get them recovered, I promise you, like, I will be the happiest ever. Her hair had filled in so much, and that's when I knew this stuff worked miracles. And then especially when I started using it on my daughter for her psoriasis and her bad dandruff, I noticed then I underestimated it. Also, I have my Wash Me Away shampoos. The clear one, you can see the lavender all throughout the shampoo, and the black one you can't. I'm going to update my website, and I'm going to give you the option of getting the clear bottle or the black bottle. And the reason for that is because even though it shows up clear when you get it, over time, as the lavender seeds sit, you know, the color starts to change. The real color of this shampoo is going to be like a light tannish color. And that's what it looks like after the lavender has settled into the shampoo. So I decided to start using the black. But if you like the way that it looks and you're okay with seeing the color change, then go ahead and order the clear. I would definitely order the clear bottle just because it's super cute and you can see what's in it. The last thing I want to talk about are my girls' crochet needles. I mentioned the crochet needles in the video, in my latest tutorials with my daughters, and when I tell you, so many people were so supportive. They ended up coming right over to my website and purchasing all of their crochet needles. I'm talking, I appreciate it so much because I feel like I underestimate the love and support that a lot of y'all have for me. And it's not that I just think y'all don't care like that, but you know, it's more so myself. I don't hold myself in such high regards to the point to where I just know y'all gonna support me, or I just know I got followers who are willing to support my business. I'm just very humble. You know, I've been in places where I've had no one, and I've been in places where I've had some. And, you know, I just have to take heed to that. I'm very, very thankful for you guys. And, you know, I don't expect anything from you. So when I come to you guys and I ask you for support, or, you know, to check out this or check out that, even if I'm recommending you to other places and you guys go, like, I appreciate you guys so much for that. It's such a beautiful thing to be heard and trusted. I thank you guys. And like I said, a lot of people came over to support them and buy their product, and that meant a lot to me. It really did. So thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all be blessed.